Well, hello YouTube, Eugene here with a review on the Mega Man Funko action figures Wave 1. Yes, friends, let's go and take a look at one of their cards because they're all the same. As you can see, it says Mega Man right here, and right here, this does give us the name of the action figure. Of course, this one is Mega Man, and they got other ones like Dr. Wily, Leaf Shield, and so on. And in the background of the card here, you can see they got some nice little NES era sprites in the back. And then right here, got a nice window of the figure here. And then on the back, it says Mega Man and more NES era sprites of Mega Man himself in the NES game. And then right here pretty much shows us the entire line of these figures here. Pretty much excluding this one right here, which is the Limited Chase Edition. And I'll explain that to you a little later on in this review of these Mega Man Funko action figures. So let's go ahead now, friends, and bust these out and check them out. Alright friends, here they are off their cards now, and these figures were released on January 10, 2019 for a retail of $9.99. And now friends, as of this recording, they're priced at $7.49, which is the price I paid for them. And of course friends, these are sold at your local GameStop. Now, these four Mega Mans right here are at the length scale of 4 inches tall. And then Dr. Wily here is at a length scale of 5 inches tall, which he has always been taller than Mega Man. And so anyway, friends, let's go ahead now and check these figures out one by one. So here we go. So take a look at the figures now, friends, and we'll start off by taking a look at Mega Man here. And Mega Man is pretty much in his standard outfit, which of course has the color scheme of blue and light blue. But I do like the way these figures look, and so take a look at his face sculpt. You can see on the face sculpt, and I like this here, he's got a little smiley face right here. And then look at his eyes here. His eyes kind of seem a little off here, but you can see he's got the little panel lining right here underneath the eyes like that, and got some black lining around the eye here. But like I said, something seems off about it, but anyway, it is what it is. And so anyway, he's got the red right here on his earpiece here, and on the other side as well. And you can see he's got the life meter here in yellow, and then he's got the red right here inside the Mega Buster. And then this is one cool thing I'm glad they did. They went ahead and added this in here, but they went ahead and added this bit in mainly for the boosters here in red here. Now, one thing I'm going to go ahead and point out, and this is pretty much reflecting on all four of these little Mega Man figures here that come in this wave here. But right here on his right leg right here, he has a little scuff, and it's in the plastic, so it's not part of the paint. So pretty much a little mishap right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm hoping my lighting is catching it. But I will show you in the other 3 figures I have here. But like I said, it's not really much of a big deal, and it pretty much don't hurt the figure. But like I said, the other Mega Mans has this issue, but anyway, it is what it is. And also, I'm going to show you the back of the figure here, nice and detailed here and everything. And so anyway, articulation wise here, friends, now when I first got these, I noticed the joints were really hard to turn. And of course, I really do recommend this, but I do recommend you use the hair dryer technique and have it on low heat to loosen up the joints. So anyway, so the head is pretty much on a ball joint. As you can hear, it's very tight. And so anyway, and of course you can have him looking up, down, left, and right. And then pretty much got the hinge joints on the shoulders here. You can move them forward and backwards and so on. Now, here's the one thing I'm going to talk about here is the articulation in the elbows here. This is where the joint is very, very tight here. So, of course, I had to use the hairdryer technique here to kind of like have it on low heat to kind of loosen those joints. So you can pretty much do articulation in the elbows, and same thing on this one here as well. Of course, I was kind of scared I was going to break the pegs and everything, but really and truly that hairdryer technique does help. Of course, you got a nice swivel in the arm here, and he does have interchangeable hands, which I will show a little later on here. Got a nice swivel in the waist here, and you can see the legs are on a ball joint here. And of course, one more time, this is when I had to use the hair dryer again, but the joints right here on the knees are very tight too. And I'll see if I can get it without, I'm hoping I don't break it. Okay, there you go. Like that. So it's very, very tight. And he has articulation in the feet here, pretty much all on a ball joint. So like I said, pretty tight on these joints here. I would definitely say don't fear if you feel like you're going to break them, because I think using the hair dryer technique will kind of, like I said, loosen up those joints. Like I mentioned earlier, he does come with interchangeable hands here, and so here is the open, relaxed hand here, pretty much to hold the Mega Buster. Of course, that is impossible. And this hand here pretty much goes in place of the Mega Buster here. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to just go ahead and just show you how he can hold the Mega Buster. And so it's really tight when you get this out. There we go. And so there's a little peg here. So I'm going to peg this piece in. Just be very careful on pegging it in. Now, trying to get him to hold the Mega Buster is pretty much impossible here in this standard here. But I'm going to try my best here. But anyway, when I have him like this, and as you can see, you cannot have him hold his buster. And pretty much from this standard, because everything is so tight. Now, one other thing I'm going to try to do, and I'm hoping to God I don't break this, but I'm going to pull this off. And see, there's the peg here. Now, you may want to be careful when you're trying to put this other arm on, and hopefully you won't mess up the peg. So I'm going to push it in, because this is the first time I'm doing it. So something like this is the best I'll get it on, but so pretty much just to show you, you know, he can have the interchangeable hands on and stuff like that, you know. But anyway, all in all, he does look good, you know. Yes, they do have flaws, and I'm talking about this entire wave of the Funko Mega Man figures. So here's Thunder Beam Mega Man, and pretty much which is a weapon he attained from defeating Electman in the first Mega Man game. And this one is in a yellow and gray color scheme, so the Mega Man figures are exactly the same, but in a different color scheme. And so pretty much this one here is pretty much a different color than the original blue one. And so the one that I do want to point out is you can see this one here is continuing that same smiley expression here. I kind of wish they changed the expression a little bit here to maybe like a serious one. But it is what it is. I guess they just want to continue the pattern they did with the original blue one. And then another thing I want to talk about too is I kind of wish they had like an effect part, you know, mainly an effect part of the Thunder Beam. But friends, not trying to be nitpick, but it is what it is. And, you know, and I guess they did this just to save money here. And then, but all in all, these are very nice figures. I mean, the colors are bright and vibrant on these figures. And one thing I do want to show you here is pretty much the same thing from the other Mega Man figure, but you can see on the right leg, he's got that scuff in the paint on his right leg here. And then, anyway, so pretty much, like I said, the same figure here. Pretty much seeing the same thing front and back. So pretty much the same repeated pattern from the original blue. And of course, just like the original blue, he does get the interchangeable hands. So it's pretty much the same thing here. This is for the in place of the Mega Buster, and this was just to have an open, relaxed hand to pretty much act like he is holding the Buster. So next here is Leaf Shield Mega Man, which is a weapon he attains from defeating Woodman in Mega Man 2, this time in a green and white color scheme. And pretty much you can see he's got some yellow highlights here in the trunks here, and here, as well as the arms. I'll show you the arms in the back here too. So again, the same exact figure here, just in a different color scheme here. And looks really good. Same articulation, everything, of course, you know. Once again, and mainly going back to Thunder Beam Mega Man to this one here, I definitely had to use the hair dryer technique to fix these, loosen up these joints here, because they were so tight. One other thing I do want to mention too is there is some paint splotches on these figures here. I noticed a few paint splotches on Thunder Beam Mega Man. but it does not hurt the figure. I mean, I'm very pleased to have these in my collection here. I mean, it's nice to have different colors of Mega Man here, you know, the rainbow colors of Mega Man, but it would have been nice to just have different expressions and different little effect parts. And you know where I'm coming from. And so just like the last two, he does have the interchangeable hands, pretty much the one in place for the Mega Buster and the one for to either hold the Buster or so on, or just have open, relaxed hands here. So here's the last Mega Man figure of this wave, and here is Atomic Fire Mega Man, which is the weapon you obtained from defeating Heat Man in Mega Man 2. And friends, this is our chase figure. And so let me go ahead and show you the card for a second here. From what I gather, the Atomic Fire Mega Man's card has Leaf Shield. And so, anyway, and it looks like pretty much everyone is finding this on the Leaf Shield packaging. Now, the press release photos show it was on a Atomic Fire packaging. So, not sure what happened there. Maybe it's a misspelling error. I don't really know. It would have been nice to have Atomic Fire on it, but I'll just take it anyway. And plus, they went ahead and they added on to the Leaf Shield packaging, Limited Chase Edition. So, anyway, so I'm glad to have this in my collection here. And of course, this is the figure here that's not even on the back of the box. But anyway, so here is the figure. It's pretty much in a color scheme of red and yellow. So again, same figure with different paint variations and same swappable hands. So these figures look great. And they're nice to have. Just wish they had different expressions and effect parts of their weapons. But it is what it is. I mean, pretty much the same, you know, pretty much the same from the inside, the earpiece of the helmet here, to the Buster, to his feet, and then the back here too. And then once again, there is that scuff right there on the right leg right here that's in the paint. So pretty much all the Mega Man figures had that. And like I said, same the swappable hands here. So, well friends, last but certainly not least, here he is, Dr. Wily. Finally, a non-Mega Man figure here. And so I will have to say I love the sculpt on this guy here, as he looks like straight out the artwork for those classic Mega Man games. So he looks absolutely fantastic, and I have always wanted a Dr. Wily figure. And so, anyway, so I'm going to take a look at the face sculpt. The face sculpt looks absolutely superb here. His hair in that nice gray paint there. Really, really nice here. And then you can see his skin in a peach here on his head, as well as his hands here. And I will say this, the face sculpt looks absolutely superb. I'm going to put it in terms like that, but he looks really, really good here. And you can see his coat is pristine white. I mean, pristine white. He's got the tie right here in red. You can see he's got his belt right here. And you can see some yellow right here from the belt here. And then his pants are in a sky blue. And then his boots in a brown there. Now, one thing I've gathered, and, you know, I don't even see any paint splotches on mine. But I see other reviewers had that problem with paint splotches on their Dr. Wily. I don't see any on mine yet. But anyway, and so here's the back of the figure. You can see how nice and detailed the back looks, you know, with the hair to, you know, showing more of the coat. Really nice here. Now this part right here of the coat has that pliable plastic, which is that rubbery plastic. And anyway, I think it's really nice to add this because this will help out with, you know, mainly the articulation. So you can roll this up and you can do the articulation. Now, speaking of articulation, well, pretty much articulation is a little different, and we still have those tight joints, friends. So he has movement in the head from left to right. Same hinge joints on the shoulders. So pretty much have it forward to backwards, and really nice. Now one thing I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to roll up the coat for a second here, for mainly to help out with the articulation. But he does have like a ball joint in the legs here. And of course, once again, I had to go ahead and use my hairdryer to kind of loosen these joints a little bit here. But you can bend the knees like this. And as you see, they're really, really tight there, but you can't bend the knees like that. So I'm only going to do it with one because it's really, really tight, you know. And pretty much right here in the legs here is pretty much, which is where that hard plastic comes to play here. But anyway, and I'm going to put his coat down. But anyway, like I said, he looks good here. And you can pretty much have him in like a little pose here, like he's saying, "I'm going to get you, Mega Man." So something like that. But I gotta say, this Wily figure looks absolutely superb. I'm gonna say it like that. Don't get me wrong, I do like the other 4 Mega Man figures, but this is something non-Mega Man I'm very appreciative of. So, and like I said, if you just want to get Dr. Wily, then go get Dr. Wily, because, you know, you can't go wrong. Or just get one Mega Man figure and one Dr. Wily. But it's totally up to you. So yes, friends, that is Dr. Wily. Well, friends, my final thoughts on these figures. I pretty much gave you all my input, all journals, if you have feel about them and everything. But I really like this wave. I really do, despite the flaws. The flaws I could look past on. But the one thing I do wish, we could have had some Robot Masters in this wave. And pretty much they threw in 4 different color looking Mega Mans here and gave us a non-Mega Man figure. But very, very thankful we got Dr. Wily in this wave. I'm just so psyched about that. And so, in a way, I do highly recommend this. But if some of you are just disappointed the fact that we get so many Mega Mans in one wave and one non-Mega Man figure, I could totally understand. Now, if you really want Dr. Wily, go pick him up, or just get, you know, him and Mega Man and call it quits there, you know. Because there's nothing really too special about the Chase figure. I mean, it's just a different color scheme here, and it's pretty much on a Leaf Shield card. So, anyway, so yes, like I said, friends, I 100% recommend these. Yes, you're going to have these little mishaps on these figures, but all in all, they're really nice figures. The colors are bright and vibrant. So yes, friends, I highly do recommend it. So please go pick these up at your local GameStops. So all I gotta say is good luck and happy hunting. And so, friends, that is it for this review. Please check out my blog, follow my Twitter, and to like my Facebook. And make sure, friends, you hit that bell icon on the phone when I upload a new video. And of course, my friends, just a review on the Mega Man Funko action figures Wave 1. I hope you enjoy. Well, my friends, I'm Eugene. I'm signing out, and have a good day. And my friends, I almost assuredly see you next time. Bye.